My boyfriend's sister hates me. It strained our relationship.
Get out of here, sis.
Adam and I have been together for a little over 4 months now. For the most part, our relationship is perfect. But ever since his sister veered into my life, it's been causing huge strain on mine and Adam's relationship. By the way, this comes from Butterfly Fly Away 21. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So when I first started dating Adam, he told me Marie was coming to visit from out of town and get ready to meet her. I asked him what he meant by that. And he said, Marie is a witch. She's a mean, judgmental girl and won't give you the time of day. Now, I try to be a nice person. I try not to judge people. And I always welcome someone new in my life in the warmest possible way, right? When he described Marie like that, I told Adam I don't want toxic people like that in my life, but I will meet her and be civil with her. Said hi, shook my hand. I was okay with this, but about 5 minutes later, she comes barging into Adam's room asking why he was screaming. He was telling her that he walked me to pluck his eyebrows and it was painful. Completely ignoring me in the room, she goes, that's stupid. They look fine and go get a wax if you need them done that bad, and walks out. Later that night, the night after, she would call Adam to pick her up when she was wasted because she was irresponsible and didn't plan to ride. I told him that we spend limited time together and to have to cut it by his sister is kind of annoying. He took her side, which is expected, and anytime we were in his room, she always felt the need to knock and barge in for literally no reason. I don't have siblings, and I assumed this is typical sibling move, but she never spoke one word to me and acted like I didn't exist. Marie left town and she started telling Adam things about me that she didn't like, and then made a huge deal over the fact that I didn't add her on Facebook. I accepted her request, and then she called him and started dissecting my profile and everything about it. Man, girl can't catch a break.
Is this my sister?
And this girl
This sounds like my
has
sister.
no room to judge anyone herself. Up until Tuesday night, Marie had said she was staying home for Thanksgiving. All of a sudden, she decides to come down and ruin everything. She came into town last night. I told Adam that I didn't want to see her or hang out with her, and he was really uneasy about that. When I got to his house, he sat me down, said, we had to talk. Basically told me that no one in his life has ever not liked his sister. What do you mean? You literally just you told OP like, hey, this girl is a massive witch. Be prepared.
You said that.
And there is going to be a huge problem if I don't get along with her. I said I would be civil, but I didn't want a self-absorbed person, negative girl like that in my life. I said I would respect the fact that they are siblings and they are extremely close, but that's it. I also asked him to do one thing. If she is over, could he ask her to give us some privacy when the door is closed and not barge in? And Adam is extremely against this. What if you are mid-coital?
You want that?
You want that?
You want that? I don't think so.
We don't want that. Again, not having siblings, I don't really get it, but I know that I would ask my parents to respect my privacy if he were at my house and the roles were reversed. After 2 hours of arguing this, he finally gave in. We were at his house and he texted Marie saying, hey, I'll talk to you in the morning. If you come in, girlfriend is over and she leaves on Saturday. His way of asking for some privacy. Well, she took this the wrong way, started screaming, deleted me on Facebook, went out, got wasted, 1:30 a.m., comes by. She's calling their mother, screaming how she needs a ride. Can't call Adam because I'm a witch and a witch. And then his mother starts screaming that I'm a witch and we need to stop effing and he needs to pick her up now.
Oh, man, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The mom's not a vibe either.
Once again, unaliving our night. And for the record, I was asleep sick in his bed. So now Marie hates me for asking for privacy and is setting out to make my life. And now his mother dislikes me because naturally she agreed with her daughter. Like I said, he and his sister are extremely close, and I know she's going to do everything in her power to make sure he and I aren't together. And even after talking to Adam about this, he still sides with his sister. I'm supposed to go on vacation with both of them in a month, and I am dreading that. All day today, Adam has been very distant and cold towards me, and I'm afraid this is the beginning of the end. How should I confront both of them about this or mend this? Any help would be appreciated. And there is an update coming up, a juicy, thick update, because we are barely a quarter through this story. It's going to get thick.
Wow.
It's going to get juicy. But what do you think? Do you think OP is the a-hole? And also, how should I confront both of them about this?
I think that OP is not the a-hole. I think she is not only setting a reasonable boundary, but again, it's like, hey, in a relationship, it's like your partner's like, hey, this is like, you know, what I want and like what I feel comfortable with. And like, you got to kind of work together to figure out what that equilibrium is going to be. So yeah, I mean, the sister's absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Sounds like mom is as well. And he's not supporting her.
Yeah, which means, I mean, the relationship is if he doesn't start choosing you, I think the relationship's going to be doomed.
And that's, I think, the next conversation is like, hey, listen, I understand you love your sister and whatever, but like, there's some things that are, I don't want to just like, let her barge in whenever she wants, for example. And like, we need to just like work together to get on the same page on that.
She can't just steamroll over you.
Yeah. Like, don't let her just.
I did look up the ages of everyone, or at least the three main characters.
Yes.
So it looks like boyfriend is 23, the sister's 25, and OP is 21.
And why is
She's
it?
the youngest.
No, yeah, the
OP's the
OP's the youngest. Yeah. So.
And then I guarantee. So I'm thinking like, oh, the sister's the oldest, getting the whatever little brother syndrome thing,
Oh, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
But we got an update. We got an update.
Let's dive into that, baby.
We got an update.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the
We're
sister
gonna go
is
straight
older.
into it. A lot has happened, but I will try to make it as short as possible. Feel free to ask for any clarification on anything. If I'm thinking of this timeline correctly, I briefly saw my boyfriend Adam on Thanksgiving while his sister Marie was out shopping on Black Friday. When I left his house, I asked him if he had asked his sister why she had deleted me on Facebook out of the blue. He didn't do that. So the next Friday, Adam and I get into a fight in the morning that was between he and I. I was leaving town quickly for a family emergency and my emotions were already pretty whacked. I definitely overreacted, but there was a lot on my mind, which I explained to him. I met up with him around 5 since we wanted to talk and his sister was still home. I again asked him if he asked his sister and he said no. We called her on the phone and she says, if she wants to talk to me in person, she can. I'll be civil. Literally recalling this night makes my heart race. We grabbed a bite before we headed over to his house because at that point, I hadn't decided if I wanted to speak with her or not. During the dinner, he told me that we weren't going to go to his house, that this was goodbye.
Oh.
For a while.
Bye.
For a while?
Yeah. Still emotions running high. I asked him why, and he said, because my sister is there. I knew that I had to talk with her sooner or later, and he ultimately wanted me to do it, so I did it for him. Mentally, I was telling myself not to say anything, and I can cry when it's over if I needed to. I never cry. We drive over there, and I follow him into his sister's room. Marie is laying on her bed, and she said, sit down. I would rather stand. Instantly turns to Adam and says, you see this crap, Adam? He's acting like a witch already. I'm taken aback, so I ask, what's the difference between me sitting down and standing up? She says nothing, goes on with what she has to say, which went something like this.
Here we go.
First, she started telling me about how Adam was sharing every text message and phone conversation we've had together with her, and she knows everything that I've said about her.
Dude, that's not cool, bro.
Adam!
What are you doing, dog?
Adam!
There's the bus.
Adam!
I guess you got thrown under it.
Yo! All I said on text and on phone is that I don't want to go downtown because I don't want big sister breathing down our necks. Again, you're focusing on the wrong thing here, girl. Adam is a little spineless boy. My friends were in town that I haven't seen for years, and the last thing I wanted to do was deal with having her sloppy, wasted self barging in. I didn't say that last sentence. All I said to him is I didn't want her breathing down our necks. I took that out of context and extremely personally. Then Marie started talking about why she deleted me on Facebook. She said that she wasn't going to keep me as a friend if I didn't like her. She said she doesn't keep people like that on her account. Adam decides now is a good time to tell Marie, clarify something that I had confusion on. First sign that he was completely defending her. She said, oh, I keep that girl as a friend because I like to know things about her life because I hate her. I think her life is so pathetic that it's funny, and I like that. A what? To quote John and to quote OP. So you don't like me, so you delete me, but you want to use her to talk crap about her, so you keep her. Again, I didn't say anything. Marie then goes to talk about how she thinks that I'm a crazy controlling witch. She said, you never let Adam go out. You never let Adam hang out with his friends. You never let Adam drink. You don't let Adam do anything that he wants. She then turns to Adam and says, I think you are a crazy witch and you are a kitty for putting up with this girl. I think you should leave her. And you know I am always right. You never disagree with me.
Yeah. The sister's not controlling at all.
Also,
not
I mean,
controlling.
The one thing she is right is Adam is a little kitty. He's a little,
It's true.
He is a little noodle spine. Adam, stand up for yourself, man.
Come on.
Stand up. Grow the spine. Put the
Become-
boundaries down.
Go from kitty to lion.
Yeah.
I had a lot of practice with those Nat Geo videos.
Yeah.
I just went.
Adam put his head down like a puppy who just got scolded. I stood there in shock, held back tears and didn't say anything. When she said that statement, she also mentioned examples. Then it hit me. She knows everything about our relationship. He tells her everything, but he only tells Marie his side of the story and what's going on. He never told her anything about anything. So she is hearing things about relationships that are taken way out of context. For example, the drinking thing was because one night he got extremely wasted beyond wasted and, of course, tried to cover it up. I clearly knew he was wasted, asked him not to have spicy sleep with me when he's wasted because I've been mistreated that way and I don't enjoy it, which is a totally good thing to do.
Yeah.
He took that as I hate it when he drinks, period. And that's what his sister said.
Of course.
Just dump both of them. No. Just dump both of them.
Now that I have issues with spicy sleep while wasted, not the drinking itself, I also constantly ask Adam if he feels like I'm holding back for anything from him because I don't want to. And he always says, no, not at all. If I wanted to do something, I would do it. Marie then starts to go on about how we were supposed to vacation together. She says, why are you even going to go when we're not going to talk? That's awkward for everyone. You should not go. Adam told me that you didn't want to go to dinner with us. This vacation was for Adam's birthday. Finally stepped in and said, I never said that, not once. In fact, dinner hasn't even been mentioned. And Adam then backs his sister up, of course, and makes me look crazy for not remembering, even though the combo truly never happened. Why? I don't know why you're like trying to hold on to this.
It's too much.
No?
Way too much.
She goes on to pick apart everything that's wrong with me, tells me why she's better than I'll ever be. I don't know why that matters. Tells me that I've never even acknowledged anyone in this family when they're around. Not true at all. You wouldn't know. And tells me that people think I'm a witch because I speak my mind and I'm not afraid to tell someone something. That's not even a witch. That's just a bitter, immature person. Kristen Cavallari was never liked. Who is that? Tells me things of our relationship that I didn't even know about and reminds me that she's always right and he should break up with me. This went on for over an hour.
Oh.
I held it all in and then I walked out of the room. I broke down. Cried and cried, didn't get over an hour of sleep and missed my plane because I just couldn't handle anything at the moment. Ended up getting on another plane, thank goodness. I decided that instead of talking to her, I would write a letter and explain everything I didn't say in person. You should write a letter to your boyfriend to break up.
Yeah.
This is
Just an hour of just getting barraged.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
your boyfriend did nothing.
And
Nothing.
I feel like this is like a great example where it's like, I guess OP's like trying to like, okay, like let me communicate, let me like say all the things that I couldn't like articulate when I was there. Sometimes you don't gotta do that. This woman was just berating you for an hour. There's really no point.
Yeah. I wrote it and decided to ultimately not send it. A true Lincoln move of you. I love that. Because I don't even want to give her any piece or part in my life. While I was gone, I thought a lot about Marie as a person. I think that for someone to be so immature, cold, and mean, there has to be some really deep emotional problems, and this is the way she lets out. Again, she makes fun of everyone for being fat, but she can lose weight. She thinks she's better than everyone because she has Tory Burch flats, and literally the first thing she asked Adam about me was, what kind of person shoes does she wear? And she wasn't very happy with that answer. She believes material possessions make a person, and in order to make herself feel happy or okay, is to tear down every single person in her life. I question anyone who openly prides himself or herself in being a crap talker. Who wants someone like that in their life? I sure don't. That's petty drama even MTV wouldn't want for a reality show. Came back into town and decided to be very black and white with Adam until we were able to talk everything out. I told him that he never defended me once. Hopefully, maybe OP is going to break up.
Hopefully, I'm praying, bro.
That he never defended me once when he could have. And I'm so hurt that there's basically a third person in a relationship. And the things she said to me, I'll never forget. I asked him why he didn't go to me with the way he felt about things. And he said because he was scared. The noodle span. Noodle span. And I explained to him that I don't have a brother or sister to go to. So I go to him with our problems. I wish he could do the same because things get twisted like everything was. I told him that when you let people only see the bad things, they're going to get bad thoughts, especially when they are from a biased point of view. Adam understood everything. And since that talk, our relationship has been pretty solid. You're sticking with it, OP. Crazy. I started to get Marie and all of her hurtful words out of my head until the conversation about vacation came up. I was with Adam on a Friday night. He said to me, so about my birthday vacation, Marie called me and said that she has already spent a lot of money on Christmas and New Year's Eve, and she knows how important you are to me and how she knows that I ultimately want to be with you on my birthday. She doesn't want to intrude or make anything awkward or make you feel uncomfortable, but she has no problem with you. She said that she would be willing to cancel the vacation. What do you think?
Who is this guy?
What is this explanation?
Who is this guy?
She obviously, she just tore into OP for an hour straight.
I guarantee you Marie is telling that to the boyfriend or to OP's boyfriend, saying, send it and see what she says. And she's like, you know what? She's going to say all this, and you know what? Break up with her. All this stuff. It's a test. Which I don't know. I would break up with. Yeah.
I felt so uneasy. In my head, the first thing I thought of was, that's a setup. That's a complete setup. Choose wisely. I told Adam verbatim, I would take a couple of days to think about what I would like to do. Adam wanted an answer immediately, but I really wanted to think it out. I didn't want to be selfish and say cancel, but I didn't want to put myself in a bad situation. I really didn't want to go at all, but all I said to him was, I'll think about it. And he texted his sister, yeah, cancel your vacation. And I didn't know this at the time. She stopped talking to him. I hadn't given him an answer and he didn't ask me for one. I really wanted her to decide and then I would go with whatever, but I really did not want to go. 2 weeks later, he told me that he sent that text to Marie. She called him up and said, I cannot believe you're picking your girlfriend over me. I'm your sister, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't come before me. I am first in your life. Stop talking to him just like that. I knew it was a setup. I knew she does not like me and has not liked me. And this was a test to see who we would pick, which is why I stayed out, because I did not want this to come back around to me. I told him I knew it was a setup. Besides Christmas, they haven't talked much. The only time they do talk, it's brief, and she constantly asks questions about my life. I think if you don't like someone, you don't waste your time or energy on them, but this is her hobby.
Nah, bro, she's the CEO of petty energy. Just like
he's obsessed.
Sucking the life force.
And sucking the life force out of herself, too.
Oh, my God.
I ended up not going on the vacation because I had another family emergency. That hasn't happened. Adam and I have been doing wonderfully. I don't know. But I am scared that the next time his sister comes into town, something will happen between us. It probably will. I am constantly worrying about the future and what is going to happen later on. I don't want to put all of my effort in this relationship if it won't work out because his sister and I do not get along. I can't continually put my relationship on hold when Marie comes into town, and I don't want to have any drama when she's around either. So I still don't know what to do because our relationship is going so well. There's more to this story.
Oh.
Thank you to all the reachers. I apologize again for taking so long to write an update. I posed another problem above, and any feedback would be graciously appreciated. By the way, you can go listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app, and search OK Storytime. There's a little bit more to the story, little some details. But I mean, we had a story earlier today like this. Like, it seems like you things kind of went okay and went your way once. And you're ignoring an entire history of bad choices. We still have not resolved this problem.
Not at
He
all.
chose you once over his sister. As soon as she comes back to stay with him or to you, it's gonna get
only
messier.
because she's not around.
Such a big elephant in the room too. Like, hey, where were you in that conversation? Like, it was never brought up again. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
We
you're
don't have to talk to your
sweeping
sister.
stuff under the rug. Yeah.
Man.
Look, much like a 3-minute Hinge voice message, this is
God.
too much.
Wow. What a comparison.
And if you're wondering about his mom, well, she has been nothing but nice to me after screaming about how I'm a witch and such. She never apologized, but she's been overly sweet to me. Adam actually told me about 2 weeks ago that she's a substance regular user and heavy drinker, and that's why he has a very small relationship with her and why she acts the way she does. I am fine with the entire family, and I know on Christmas Day it ate Marie alive when all of her favorite little cousins kept asking about me, where I was, because they wanted to talk about cheerleading and gymnastics. I cheered and coach gymnastics. She knows nothing about that. Edit. Whoa. I didn't think that would get so much of a response. I want to thank everyone for taking time to reply. It means a lot to me. I just responded to almost everyone. Thank you guys. You're great. I'm thinking of talking to him at this point about it again, but I've mentioned in some comments about having troubles bringing it up. I see him on Monday or Tuesday. I hope you talk to him.
Please.
Because, man, oh man, this is a lot.
I beg you, OP.
You literally share the entire relation. Like, is this, have we had enough? I feel like we've had enough red flags.